And fortunately, you know, this year we've lucked out on the weather so far. It's just been great. We've got a nice south breeze here coming in here. We're up there up in the elevated area up in here, and so we're able to keep cool and keep the mosquitoes away and stuff like that. Yeah, it's just been great.
And this is 2007.
Yeah, this is 2007.
Now, do you know the history of how Hartwick started coming here? How did they find this place?
It started out in the late 20s. There was a group of the Bartlesons from Forest City that came up. And this included some of Eric's uncles, great uncles. And they came up here at that time. It was like that. It's very primitive, and they came up here. And I think that the people that owned it at that time were American Indian. I think at that time, we're talking about 1928 or something like that. And they came up, and of course, one of the sisters, the Erickson sisters, Eva, married Paul Bartleson, and that's how it started coming up here.
Okay, so it was Paul's family first.
Paul's family, that's right.
Okay.
So, been going up there every year since.
Yeah, and do you know when the Bud and Norma took it over? I don't
know the year. They weren't here. Well, I can tell you just about it. World War II was over in the fall, and we got out in 1945. Okay. And Bud, that's Norma's husband. Now, they weren't married at that time.
Oh, okay.
No. But Bud and his mother came here looking for a place over to buy it. And Bud was in his Navy uniform.
Oh.
Yeah, he was in his Navy uniform, walking around here with his white Navy uniform on in the snow.
Oh.
And they bought the place, so that was about at the end of 1945, beginning of 1946.
Okay.
But there was snow on the ground at the time.
Wow. And you think they bought it from the American Indians?
I'm not sure.
But they were the original owners of the...
American Indians were up here at one time, owned it like that. But they bought it, so... And I can remember Bud's mother. She was here those first years. When we come up here, I can remember that. She was alive. And so...
Now, the first time you came in 45 or 42, how many cabins were there? Were there cabins?
Well, I came here in 41.
41. Okay. How many cabins were there?
Well, it's about the same up and through here.
Okay.
And down there on the bay, they had a number of places down there. They were all about the same. But they've all been replaced since then. They're new ones. They were the old ones.
Sure.
Yeah. And you can remember, you were in the old Van Villa and stuff like that. So these have all been replaced.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's been updated.
Okay, quite a bit.
A lot more.
Yeah, even when our kids were little, we had to boil the water for their baths and dishes, and
that's right.
Didn't have a shower, but we did have a toilet.
Yeah.
And water.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So,
okay. Well, thank you.
oh, you're welcome.